Hello YouTube friends, welcome back to my channel. It is the third morning in Nebraska and I got to sleep in and just relax. But I wanted to kind of just do a chat with you, kind of fill you in with how our trip's been going. I know that I have video footage of everything, but I don't really stop to tell you like what I thought of it or anything like that. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on any of the videos that I come out with. But let's go ahead and just jump right on in. We are currently waiting to go to the, what is it called, Plex or something like that, water park here. I guess they have like go-karts and different stuff like that. Nothing, it doesn't look like too extravagant, but I feel like between us going to the Lauritzen Garden on Monday and then the zoo, this will be kind of nice to just get out of the Airbnb, go get some sun and play in the water, even if it's not the greatest of a water park. And maybe my thoughts will change when I get there and experience it, but I do think that because we're from Wichita and we have, what is it, the Derby River Rapids? Yeah, or something like that in Wichita. We've kind of gotten babied by that. And also in Wichita, we have a lot of YMCAs, and the YMCAs in Wichita are really nice because they have a lot of really nice like water slides and tubes at a lot of their locations. So I do feel like for me personally, it takes a lot for a water park to be really cool. So I think this one will just be fun to just say we went and experienced it, but maybe my thoughts will change. If I have the chance, I will try to take some footage of that. But as far as, let's backtrack a little, as far as the Lauritzen Garden, that's like the botanical garden, I 10 out of 10 would recommend that. How do you feel about it, Austin? Did you like it? I just felt like it was so beautiful. Like we couldn't have picked a better time to go. We went right when it opened, and like I had said in the video, we had specifically picked that to do on the 4th, that Monday, because they had said that if you had came on the 5th, they were starting their like construction work and stuff, and so they weren't gonna have like that tram. And I truly think the tram like made it like more special because you could hear about it. You didn't have to, you could cover a lot of ground quickly and see a lot. So if you were on a time crunch, you could like do that, kind of zip through it fast. But I do feel like if you're a local here, or like if you have more time, it's something that I would definitely check out and enjoy and take your time with. And I told Austin, like, to me, I like pictures, like photography, and a lot of times like when we went to Savannah, Georgia, which I didn't have this YouTube channel up and running when I made that video, or when we went on that trip, excuse me, I like to get like a photographer to like take pictures when we go places so we have memories. And so that was a trip that we took pictures at. And so I feel like if you're planning a trip to Omaha and you haven't had family pictures in a while or anything like that, maybe hire a photographer and get some family photos or couple photos or whatever while you're at that garden, because it's beautiful. I was telling Austin, I feel like we've been really lucky like being able to travel, because like I said, I haven't got to upload those videos because I just didn't have this channel like up and running. But we have been to like San Francisco, we've been to Sacramento, we've been to Austin, Texas, we've been to Savannah, Georgia, we've been to Chesapeake, Virginia, or aka Norfolk, Virginia. My mom lives there. I mean, we've been to Eureka Springs in Arkansas. We've been a lot of different places. So I know for sure moving forward, now that I have my YouTube channel up, I want to upload more videos of our vacations, because when I look back, when I look back at photos and think back to those trips, I wish we would have had video, because photos are great, but video you can relive and rewatch. So hopefully moving forward, I will do that. And if you guys are hearing any of the vacations that we went to and you guys are like, what should we do, or recommendations, please let me know, because I have a ton. My like rule of thumb when we go on vacation is to try to do something like historic. So like going and seeing something that's like got history to it, something action packed, something beautiful like a garden, and you know, just trying to really get that experience of that location to me is like important. So like for instance, I told you guys we're going to Maui come October, and for my husband's brother's wedding. and we are scheduled for a helicopter tour. I wanted to do the road to Hana, but they don't have that, and so I might have to call back and see if there's like more seats. And then we were doing an ATV tour. So like, again, I like to try to like really immerse myself in the culture or the location and get that experience. So like I said, that however you say it, that garden, Lauritzen Garden, is 10 out of 10. It really reminded me of the beauty of like, we went to the San Francisco like Japanese tea garden thing, and that was like so breathtaking and beautiful. So I think this one by far is like my favorite one, just because of that like greenhouse and different styles, and I can see why it is like highly recommended. I wish we had something like that where I lived, because if I lived here I'd have a membership and be there constantly. So you have to check that out. Make sure you dress cute and be ready for pictures, because there's just so many great places to take pictures while you're there. And then I did tell you guys that I was going to vlog us at the zoo. When we got there at the zoo, first off, I'm from Wichita, Kansas, and we have Sedgwick County Zoo where we're from, and it's bigger and kind of spread out, but not that big. And I mean, to anybody else, I'm sure it seems big, but when we came to this zoo, holy moly macaroni, like this zoo is ginormous. I feel like you cannot see it all in one day, like for sure like 2 days to really get the experience. And I feel like we kind of zipped through it pretty quickly, because number one, it's July. Number two, it's like almost 100 degrees out and we were sweating our butts off. But I feel like if you, again, plan your trip accordingly, I feel like you could come like when it gets cooler or go earlier in the morning. We just had to get to that Botanica garden in the morning, and then we kind of hit it in the late afternoon, which is like the hottest time of the day. So I was like going through the zoo, and because there's so much walking and it's so spread out and it was super busy too, I didn't really get a whole lot of footage from it. But I do have a thing, and I will insert it into this video after I'm done rambling. But I just took kind of like snapshots of some of the things that I captured. Like, I really enjoyed the butterfly garden. I thought that was beautiful and unique. I know that like in Wichita we have, what is it called? The Botanica Garden there. Yeah, Botanica is what it's called in Wichita. We have something very similar to that, but again, I don't go to Botanica Gardens that often in Wichita, just because it's local and I need to get a membership there. So I have some footage from that I thought was just so cool. I love the aquarium at the zoo. I've been to several myself, like in Florida, Oklahoma City, or maybe it's Tulsa, I can't remember, one of those. And so to me, I'm a huge aquarium person, and this one definitely was really good. And the fact that it was so huge, like I was telling my mom, I called her and I told her that the zoo is so extravagant and so big, and they just really have put a lot of money, time, and energy into it, that, you know, a lot of times when you visit big cities, like even Kansas City or anywhere else, the zoo is separate from an aquarium, so they have two different things. And you know, like if you go somewhere, the aquarium's pretty big, right? Well, I was impressed by how big this aquarium was. It felt like a separate aquarium that was on the zoo location. So to me, that was like, wow, you know, you could have just went to that aquarium and felt like you had seen it all and felt like it was enough. But then on top of it, like everything else there. And the other thing that I thought was really crazy was that all the exhibits will go on forever and ever. It wasn't like, I guess for Wichita we have some exhibits, and they're pretty small buildings, so it's like, and they're spread out, where this is like you get to one exhibit and it would just have 1,000 different things in it, and you just walk and walk. And I had joked yesterday, I guess we're like ambitious like tourists, and so we went to the gardens in the morning and walked, and I'm sure we got like maybe a mile in there, maybe. And then it was like we went to the zoo right after and easily probably walked like 2 miles, 3 miles. It seemed like we walked a lot of miles yesterday. So when we had got done, you know, we had been outside all day long, so we were like hot, tired, hungry. So we came back to the Airbnb and I was hangry and tired. So I was like, let's just take a shower and like lay down. And so we definitely rested and got some food and brought it back here. And I was so sad because down by the riverfront, I wanted to get footage of that and like show you guys, because I guess they had like a grand opening for that this week, and so they were having like a symphony like band and then like fireworks show, and so I wanted to get down there and actually get that footage, but I was so exhausted. So I love my husband, he's so sweet and like so supportive, so like we snuggled in bed, but then I had googled and they said that the fireworks are going to start at like 10 p.m. like after the symphony show, and so he googled it and found like a little park across from like the bridge or like the like wherever they were having it, and we drove down there. So we got in the car and we drove, and they had like a little spot you could park, and we watched them, and it was like we kind of had a little bit of a tree in the way, but not bad. But in the moment I could have pulled my camera out, but I just really wanted to enjoy it and just watch it, so it was really good, really fun. So I feel like it sounds like they do that every year, and so I would recommend like coming down here for 4th of July like we did, if you can do that next year, because it's really, really fun and makes this experience even better when you have things to do. And yeah, so that's what I would take on the zoo. Like I said, I'll insert those videos later, and then we're just waiting. That Plex or whatever it's called, that water park, opens at 11, so we're just kind of hanging out at the Airbnb, but I wanted to chat with you guys and share that with you. The other cool thing I wanted to share was I didn't realize they had a Topgolf here, so maybe we'll go do that later, like depending on how we're feeling after the water park. We may not, but I thought it was cool that it was here. And today is Tuesday where we're at, and they do like, I guess, discount Tuesdays or something, like where you get like half off, and so maybe we'll do that like around dinner time or something. I've never been to a Topgolf. I know they have them everywhere, like around where we live, not in Wichita, but like Oklahoma, Kansas City, like it seems like they're everywhere but Wichita. I know that aren't they building a Topgolf in Wichita? I think they're at some point building one, we're just waiting on it. So my husband golfs, I don't, but I think that would just be a fun experience. I heard a lot of people say that even if you're not good at golfing, like it's fun. So anywho, that is that. Well, I will let you guys go. If there's any more footage today, I'll insert it. If not, this is a formal goodbye until next time, but I will chat with you guys a little later. Bye guys.